As a child, I used to play board games against a bucket with a face painted on it. I called this bucket Stephen Tatlock.
Wow, what games did you play?
Monopoly. I played a game called Diplomacy. And...
Even then, you were thinking of becoming a politician.
Yeah. Even then. I'm not a politician.
Why Stephen Tatlock?
Well, it was basically named after a friend of mine. Who was...
Why did you play with Stephen Tatlock? He had no hands.
Stephen Tatlock wasn't always there. But after I painted the face on the bucket, he was.
Did he paint the face on the bucket?
I think my dad painted the face.
Your dad was involved in this sad story? You've decided you haven't got any friends, but lucky day for you is this is Stephen Tatlock.
What can I say? My father saw me talking to a bucket and decided to accept that side of my nature.
Did your father invent Henry Hoovers afterwards?
And this is your girlfriend?
So if you were playing Monopoly, you'd have your go, and then you'd run round and pretend to be Stephen, would you?
I wouldn't pretend to be Stephen, but I found I had to roll for Stephen. And Stephen would need help moving his...
Did Stephen ever win?
Yes.
What do you think, Lee? Is he telling the truth?
What do you think?
I don't know many people who have an imaginary friend with a surname.
He's one of the few. Did you call him Stephen Tatlock or Stephen? Did you say, it's your turn, Stephen Tatlock? You must do it quickly, or otherwise you'll go the way of the other buckets.
Usually I'd call him Stephen.
Oh, you were quite friendly then.
Yeah.
Did Stephen Tatlock know there was an imposter?
An imposter?
I call it the imposter.
No, I never mentioned Stephen Tatlock to Stephen Tatlock.
Did you ever mention the real Stephen Tatlock to the bucket?
I think probably not. No, I think that would have been...
They were blissfully unaware of each other's
presence. Sort of been playing with levels of reality. I don't want you to think that I felt I was in any way being unfaithful to the real Stephen.
Oh, yeah. I'm not picturing this as some sort of romantic film. I can't imagine the real Stephen Tatlock walking in on the game and you go, Stephen!
So what do you think, then, Lee? Time for a guess. Truth or lie?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Don't know why.
Well, look at David. We know why. What do you think, Holly?
I think... I don't think it's true.
I might ask my friend, Boris Dickey. What do you think, Boris Dickey? Oh, Boris Dickey says no. It's a lie.
So you're saying it's a lie?
Yes.
You and Boris say it's a lie. OK,
Boris
David.
Dickey!
Boris Dickey. David, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
I can't eat custard creams because they remind me of Spencer Whitfield, who bullied me at school.
David.
What did Spencer Whitfield do to you?
He pinned me down with his mates and he force-fed me custard creams.
Why not just beat you up? Why did they want to feed you custard cream? Did you look thin?
The kind of lessons we had was, believe it or not, in secondary school, right, we'll go around the class and you've all got to tell us your favourite biscuit. One you like, one you hate.
And what subject was this?
It was home economics, and...
Did you do A-level home economics?
No, I didn't do A-levels, obviously. Look at me.
What do you think the effect of A-levels on the face are? You can see I've got the scars of A-levels.
The type of school you went to, if you were a boy, you couldn't do home economics, you would have been doing woodwork.
Yeah, no, I think you're mixing me up with the film Kes. Where it was a choice between kestrels and coal. I was allowed to choose home economics.
I wasn't.
Why did you choose that subject above kestrels
Do you know
or
why?
coal?
Genuinely, I thought it was about money. I thought I'd learn how to use money in a sensible way. And I got in there, and it was full of the kids that wanted to do cooking and needlecraft.
Who were big bullies.
So, David, what are you going to say?
I don't think it's true, really, but...
No.
You're pretty
saying it's a
set
lie.
on it being a lie. OK, fair enough. Lee, is it true or is it a lie?
It's a lie.
OK. As a child, I had a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes.
True. On we go.
What do you reckon?
And that special way was?
I had two ways of communicating with Captain Kirk. One was with a little calculator that, when you it had a sort of leatherette case, and when you flipped it open, it was, to my child's eyes, uncannily identical to a Star Trek communicator of the old sort. We're talking pre-nipple punch.
Did you do this, David?
I know it's more sort of.
Yeah, no. It would open with, it would go, and then it would go, and you press the button, Kirk to Enterprise, and it would go...
Oh, yes, that's a secondary noise.
Just a question. Did you two ever have girlfriends?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, in all honesty. As a child, did you?
No.
No. It was a great noise, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very comforting.
It was, yeah.
That kept me company. Who needs people?
Exactly.
And what was the second way?
The second way was... I would sort of converse a bit with the characters on the screen while it was happening. So join in, slip in. Oh, that's good thoughts, Captain Kirk, etc. You know. Don't interrupt me, Spock. I'm talking.
Do you know the characters, the famous Star Trek?
Yeah.
There's
Uhuru, what is she?
Uhuru.
Uhuru, yeah.
Sulu.
Chekhov.
Bones,
yes.
McCoy, actually, properly.
Rob, have you ever refereed anything before? You make a terrible referee at football. Why don't you try kicking it in the top left?
Right, what are you going to say then, Lee? What do you think?
It's the bit that rings most true, actually, about all of this was when he went, I flipped it open. Because I remember those calculators. They used to have a little thing.
There's no doubt, yeah.
And did you do the old thing when it spells boobies when you turn it upside down? You didn't know what they were. OK, so...
Is David telling the truth, Lee? What do you reckon?
Right, OK. Do we believe David, as a small child, would be so lonely and sad that he would have to use his
calculator? Yes,
Okay.
yes, we do, yeah.
You're saying it's true?
We're saying it's true.
You sure? OK. David, is it true or is it a lie?
I prefer the word imaginative to lonely, but yes, it's true.
Yes, it's true. As a child, David did have a special way of communicating with Captain Kirk during Star Trek episodes. David particularly liked Leonard Nimoy. That odd life form obsessed with logic would tune in each week to watch Mr. Spock.
Oh, yes.
When I was 6, I was thrown out of ballroom dancing lessons.
David's team.
Right. I'll take this.
Never say that to Craig.
You were 6. What had you done in the ballroom dance lesson?
I broke a piece of equipment.
What equipment can you break ballroom dancing?
I broke the machine that plays the music, the tape machine that plays the music.
What? Well done. The machine that plays the music. Musictron, the robot, the friendly robot that ran the classes. And will play the piano. I broke it.
What dance were you doing at the time?
I can't remember the dance, if the truth be known.
So you can't do it now for us?
You're absolutely right, Ben.
OK.
Lee, you said you couldn't do it, and under normal circumstances, but we've got a...
Oh, Craig.
I call him dancer. He can hold your hand and ease you into it gently.
I'll show you how it went.
OK.
I'll show you how it went. Right. Now, I'm going to say this really slowly, so listen. I think I better lead. Now, it's arm up, like this, you see, and basically, the arm on the shoulder, the other lady, I sort of turned and then said, oh, what's that machine? And then broke the machine. That was roughly how it happened. If that's not evidence...
So what are you going to say? What do you think? Truth or lie?
I think it's an unusual choice, you know, for a
six-year-old
For a
as well.
six-year-old, but it's obviously...
It was big in the 70s, though, because of Come Dancing. Come Dancing was a big show in the 70s.
Yep.
Before it was bastardised.
So what are you going to say?
It's a difficult one, but I think we're saying it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie.
Yeah.
OK. Lee, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, true.
It's true. When Lee was 6, he was thrown out of ballroom dancing lessons. Even so, he spent the next few years locked away in his bedroom perfecting the hand drive.
I have such a terrible singing voice that one year my teacher told me to mime during our school carol concert.
What was the song?
What was the song?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
It was a range of Christmas carols.
Oh, there was a few that you were bad at. You were bad, full stop. It wasn't just the one song.
Oh, no, I know you're right, Lee. I sung some of them like an angel. Oh, come all ye faithful, I just would scream the word shit.
So what did she say this in front of everybody?
No. No, I was sort of taken aside and said, look, you're finding this a bit difficult, aren't you? And it's putting some of the other boys off.
So, truth or lie? Time to decide.
It's kind of too obvious and too easy, so I don't know.
No, you're thinking of me.
It's a lie.
I think it could be just a lie.
I will say lie. The team says lie.
Saying
We'll
lie.
go with lie, yeah.
OK. David, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. David was not told to mime during his school carol concert because he has such a terrible singing voice. David's never been asked to keep quiet at school. Well, once. But out of respect for the gym teacher's career, we won't go into that.
There was a saying in my old school, if Lee Mack can pass his geography O-level, then anyone can.
It's eminently plausible, David, but is it true?
I mean, in what way did it constitute a saying? I mean,
Well,
I'm
it
sure
wasn't-
somebody could have said it.
Yeah, it
Does that
wasn't-
make it a saying?
I'll be honest with you, it wasn't on the coat of arms at the school. Apparently, it was said for a few years after I left.
What was it about your approach to geography that led your geography teacher to think you were pretty much the worst person at geography on earth?
Well, because we used to do mock O-levels the year before, and I failed it badly. So they said, you're going in the CSE class, which was for the kids who used to hit nails with hammers. And my mum went down to the school and said, he just failed it, and with that extra chance, he'll pass it. And they looked at her sad little crying eyes and that bag of coal on her back, and they said, Mummy Mac, they said, we'll give him that one chance.
Look, Lee, if this isn't being developed into a film, then you've been robbed.
Well, what was the grade?
The grade that I passed with?
Yeah.
C.
So if you had stayed in
that is a grade.
Yes.
Listen, this is important.
Right.
Yes.
I doubt that, but carry on.
No wonder you're single.
So,
Lie.
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 Lee. Lie, Lee?
What? No, that's the name of your Vietnamese bride.
Who even as I speak is at home right now banging against the inside door of the airing cupboard. I'll be home soon, my sweet. Lee, lie?
It is, in fact, true.
True.
When I was 12, I saved up all my pocket money and bought a rowing boat that I never used.
Lee.
Right. How much was the boat?
I think it was about £120.
Oh, how much did you make pocket money a week?
Oh, £2 grand, something like that. No, I can't remember, but I think it would be something like £1.
Whoa. You earned £1 a week, pocket money.
Yeah.
The boat was £120.
Yeah. you know, I had the occasional windfall.
Christmas.
What's the windfall?
Christmas and
Oh, I see.
Christmas and birthdays.
lottery?
Christmas and birthdays, and the other festival only our family did.
Where were you planning to go in this boat?
I planned to sort of row around in it when on holiday.
And how did you propose to get it on holiday? You had your eye on a nice Ford Fiesta with a tow bar.
No, at that age, I would often holiday with my parents.
Who should I holiday with this year?
Yeah.
Parents! Come here.
It seemed to go tremendously well before.
Parents, I've got a proposal for you.
And what stopped the plan?
The, basically, the boat was a bit too big.
A bit too big for what? The sea? Every time I pushed it into the water, it kept hitting France. Can't get it into there. Try it sideways, David! Where did you keep it?
It was, I think, in our front garden.
You think?
Yeah.
Did you ever sit in the boat in the front garden, pretending, with a knotted hanky?
So, which way are you going to go with it? Truth or lie?
What do we think, Katie?
I sort of, yeah, I think it's true.
I'm going to go for a lie.
I would say that it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie. OK. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
Possession.
Right, box under the desk, Lee. I'd like you to read the card first and then show us what's in there, Lee.
I spent an entire year in a plastic work class at school, and this is the only thing I managed to make.
Plastic work? What is it? What is it?
I don't know. Can we have a look?
Can you bring
Lee,
it up?
what is that, though?
Thank you. It's shit.
You bastard, and I treated your teddy bear with such respect.
What is it, though?
Ironically, it's a luggage tag.
Is it a luggage tag?
It's a keyring.
It's a keyring,
Oh, is it a keyring? What is it?
Are you a big sports fan, eh?
I do follow football.
Yeah, which team do you follow?
I follow Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn doesn't begin with an L, does it? No, what was the LFC?
It was Liberace for Chancellor. It stands for Liverpool Football Club.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Why did you make a Liverpool Football Club keyring
Because it
in
was...
plastic work?
Because they didn't have blue and white plastic. Blackburn Rovers. They only had red plastic. So I thought, well, I'll give it the Liverpool Football Club because it's red.
Right.
When did you do it? What age were you when you did that? Was it at school, then?
No, it was in Broadmoor.
You say it took you a year.
No, a year.
I mean, I've never heard of plastic work.
I know, well, the thing is, in 1982, plastic was the future.
I don't in any way disparage plastic. That's fine. I like plastic. Plastic's very useful. But a class at school
called plastic
doing
work.
for plastic work.
How did you cut it? What did
Well,
you
not
use?
like that.
I don't think you're in any position to get all haughty about your plastic cutting technique if this is the only evidence we have.
I must say, I don't believe this, but I'd love to know what this object is, who made it and why. But I think we think it's a lie.
Oh, a lie.
No, totally.
Saying it's a lie. OK, they say it's a lie. Lee, is it a truth or is it a lie?
It is, in fact, true. Plastic work. That was a lesson that never caught on. Plastic work.
Plastic work.
Does anyone else do plastic work?
Did you get marked on that? Was that
Yes, I
submitted
did
for
get marked.
What was
examination?
your grade?
I got a 2-1 and we went straight to Oxford. What do you think?
Yes, it's true. And I don't know exactly what LFC stands for, but I'm guessing the first word is lazy.
Possession.
Right, well, you know the form. There's a
could
box
be
on the
anything.
desk.
Could be.
Take out the object first and show us that, and then read out the card, please.
Stop! It's true! It's true! Move on! You don't even need to hear it.
This is my bear tablecloth. Customs officers once cut his head off and searched him for smuggled goods.
Can we see? Is there proof? Let me
Yes,
see.
as you
Is
can
there
see.
Is there any way of telling?
There's some stitching there.
Oh, just tilt his chin up then so we can see the stitching.
let's have a
Not
look.
too much, I'm going to upset him. All right.
Can we have a look at the burr?
Yes, of
We'll
course
see
you
the
can have bear,
stitches.
yeah.
Throw him over it violently.
No, don't
I couldn't possibly.
Come on, he's been decapitated. He's seen worse.
You can't throw the bear. That'd be a shame.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Sorry, I meant you to pass it to Rob. I've now, like, made you do the whole journey. Like, take the bear over there, please, Lorraine. It's in my contract. I never leave the desk.
David, just look at me. Right.
I didn't...
How's this making you feel?
That's really terrible.
Isn't it awful?
How he feels.
Really is.
He's had his head cut off and his thing ripped open. That's not possibly upsetting.
Dave, why did you call this bear tablecloth?
Yes.
Because when I was very little, he had a little jacket made out of a tablecloth.
So they,
If this turns out to be a lie, you are a shameless little light entertainer.
Coming from you, Lee, that is a compliment.
Where was the customs? Where were we going from or to? Or?
We were going back from Minorca.
What did they say they were looking for?
I imagine it was a sort of a spot check.
did you see them carving the head off? Was it happening in front of you on the table, on the...
No, I'm glad to say I was shielded from that moment.
David, I'm going off this story.
You heartless bastard. Sorry, tablecloth.
What?
Do it to him.
Yeah,
Smash his face
Give me
on.
the bear.
Oh,
I'm taking the bear into care.
You're about to do an appeal.
Was there any reason why they didn't check the arms and legs?
Yeah. I don't know. I should have asked them to. I should have said, call that thorough.
What's that?
I've done this before.
What's that you say? You say it's time for Lee's team to take a guess? All right. What do you think?
Maybe he's in denial, and the truth is he, as an adult, was searched for drugs, and he's so traumatised by what they did to him.
Yeah.
He's had to create a teddy bear and put it all onto him.
Show us on the teddy bear what they did to the customer.
Show us on the teddy bear where they shoved their fist.
I just... That's why the bear's hands are like that.
OK, we can say lie, are we, Sue?
I think so.
Lie.
I think
OK.
so.
I don't think I can argue
Lie.
with that. It's a lie,
OK,
right?
David.
Well, it is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David's teddy bear didn't have his head cut off by customs officers as they searched for smuggled goods. Now, when I was a rebellious young man, I once stuck 2 fingers up to a customs officer who pulled me aside, put on a rubber glove and returned the favour.
When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding. When I was 7, I had to be a bridesmaid at my auntie's wedding, as one of the girls who was supposed to do it was ill, and the dress was a perfect fit.
What did the dress look like?
I describe the colour as traumatic.
Why do they have to have a bridesmaid? Why couldn't they just say, if she's not well, let's move on?
I think you're mixing it with admin. If someone says to me, put the dress on, I'd put it on. You know that, don't you? Do as I'm told.
So you didn't display any reluctance to put the dress on?
I may have said, you know, mother, father, I am a 7-year-old boy, despite the fact that I am 2 years younger looking and slightly androgynous. But please, give me some dignity. And my father turned around to me, he said, son, when I was your age, he had a pipe, when I was your age, my father asked me to put a dress on, and I put it on, and his father before him, and his father before him. You'll put me dress on, and you'll smile.
Was there a page boy as well as bridesmaids at this wedding? I was a page boy once, and if another boy had dressed up as a girl, I would have felt it was fair game to persecute him.
Well, true, but luckily the page boy came up to me, little Sharon, and he said, he said, tell me about it. You know, you've had a rough day. You know what I mean? I'm a 24-year-old.
How much notice did you get?
Pardon?
How much notice did you get?
Quite a few people. I think, you know, from memory, quite a few people were, oh.
No, you idiot.
How much warning? How far in advance?
I genuinely thought you meant notice. How much notice did you get? That was a genuine one. Yeah. Oh, how much notice did I get?
Oh, everyone thought I was adorable.
I've got to admit...
everyone was looking. I was nervous at first, but then I felt like a princess.
Oh, I see. How much in advance did they tell me?
Yeah, how much notice?
How much notice did I get? You know what? That would be embarrassing if this was on television, wouldn't it? I think I got, like, I don't know, 5 hours or something. She was ill at the last minute and...
I just think you would have absolutely refused at that age.
Listen, I said, Dad, I don't want to do it. And he went, listen, I'm not your dad, I'm your mother. I'm sick of you constantly calling me Dad. The other one, that's your dad.
How long did you have to keep the dress on? At what point in the proceedings? I mean, did you have to wear it right through to the disco and, you know...
My dad said you'll keep it on till the music starts. Da 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 da. Because unfortunately the cabaret act had cancelled because of illness.
So what do you think, David? Does that sound at all plausible to you?
What do you think, Izzy?
I really want it to be true.
Well, then say true.
I actually think it could genuinely be the biggest load of drivel I've ever heard. It can't be true.
I don't think it's true.
Lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lie. Conclusively, it's a lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Possession.
Now, behind your chair is a box. Open the box, read the card, and then take out the possession.
It's a beautiful box.
Yeah.
I like it.
Look at that. This is entertainment.
Yes. This is my cape. I used to put it on, pretend I was Doctor Who, and head into my Tardis. Or, as my parents called it, the airing cupboard.
Put the cape on.
All right. It is.
Come, feel free, David. Come and use the floor space.
Right.
Think back to your dancing days. Come out and use the floor. You could have a glamorous assistant in the form of Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda, would you help David get into his cape?
Hang on.
Am I
Do we
doing
put this over there?
That's what I'm
that'll
thinking.
Hold it in place.
There we go.
That fits. That actually fits you really well. Were you exactly the same size as a child?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't see you properly, David. Could you come and stand in front of me and twirl round? So you just...
lovely.
Yes, that's
That
actually...
is a much
and how
needed
old?
reminder of the
How old were
magician.
you? When was this?
I think...
This is how I picture you walking round your house now.
How old was I? I think at the time I was first given this cape, I think I was about maybe 10.
10 in that cape?
Maybe 9. It was too big for me initially.
Right. Hang on a second. Whoa. When you were 9, so to give us an idea of the height, go down, just go give us knees, and we'll see how much it would have dragged. So that would have been you as...
Hang on, it's
With
rock.
your shoes for a second.
Rocking.
Can I take this off?
What are you doing?
Well, your shoes.
Oh, I see. Right, sorry.
An idea how you might have looked in those days.
Yeah. This is how the police do sort of ageing profiling.
Yes.
What would he have looked like a few years
Just
ago?
get yourself on. Hang on, this one's got to
There we go. It'll be...
Did you say your mum and dad got you this cape?
Yeah, my mum made it.
Your mum made it?
Yeah.
But
Even though she made it for you, had she no idea what size it should be?
Were you a close family, David?
Where's he getting cramp in my knee?
You can go back to your seat.
Yeah.
I give you permission.
You look like a very middle-class disgruntled Dracula. I didn't get any blood tonight. I'll just shrug back to my chair and bite some virgin's neck tomorrow, I suppose.
So what do you think, Lee? Is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think, Barry?
Not a shred of truth.
You don't think? I think it could be true.
It sounds incredibly likely. In fact, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if this is a habit that's actually finished. I imagine he's...
So Barry says a lie.
I'm the odd one out here, aren't I?
You say true.
I hope it's true. I think it's lovely.
I think it's lovely as well, so I'll say it's true.
You're going to say true.
All right.
David, truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes, it's true. David used to wear his cape and pretend he was Doctor Who.
At school, I was given the nickname The Charmer because I was the only one who could console the school snake whenever it got agitated.
David, auntie.
So, what type of snake was the school snake?
It was... do you know what? I genuinely can't remember what type of snake it was. It was... I could describe it.
Go on.
Go on.
Legless. It was... yes, it was about so big.
What was it called?
It was called... I think it was called Sammy.
You remember its name but not its species?
Well, I'm like that with women. Grass snake rings a bell, I think.
Why did your school go for a snake as opposed to, like, a mouse or some such?
Oh, it had a mouse as well, but it was in there with the snake.
What was in the tank other than the snake?
It was... Well, it was open plan. There was an area in the corner where he used to sleep. We used to call it the bedding area.
What was there?
What was there?
What was there? Never mind what he used to do.
It's like an ordinary bed, but it's just a lot
bed
longer.
was there.
A lot longer and a lot thinner. very long and thin. Extremely hard to tuck in at night. They're all there. By the time you'd done one side and gone round the other side, this side had come up again. You'd be there forever. It was
Very long, thin.
Very long, thin
mattress.
bed. Very long, thin mattress.
This wasn't one of those snakes that likes to sleep curled up.
No.
It likes to stretch out.
Right out like that.
Why did a snake need charming? Was it a particularly aggressive snake, or...?
It used to do this little thing where it used to raise its head up and sort of shake its head like that, left to right.
Yeah.
And I said to the teacher, what's that? What's he doing that for?
Oh, so you were taught in the same room as the snake?
Well, no, we went to different lessons, but in one of the classrooms...
This was during snake studies?
Well, that's what the PE teacher called it. So I said, as well as the other kids, we were saying, what does it do that for? And the teacher said, that is a sign that the snake is getting agitated. And I said, I bet I can stop that. And I lifted off the thing, and I just went like that, and I stroked the back of its head as a joke, and it stopped.
So you can't demonstrate it on a snake?
No, I can't.
But Matt is there. I mean, what if Matt... what if Matt were to be a little agitated? I wonder if employing the same methods you could calm Matt?
Well,
Matt, could you be a little agitated?
If you could be a snake, now, if you could sort of put your head down here, yeah, put your head further down. Put your head here, because the head starts off down, right? Now, get into character.
At a certain angle, this looks really dodgy.
It's like I'm just about to go bowling. So you're looking down, right, and you're the snake. Now, suddenly, you're a snake, you're agitated. Oh, my God! That's an agitated snake. Yeah. You're all worried, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll sort this out. Now, I'm going to use my hand, because in proportion to the head, that's a finger. Yeah? Then I stroke the back of the head like this. And watch him. Watch the snake calm.
Oh, nice.
Go down.
So what do you think, then, David?
Lee claims that his teacher called him the Charmer.
Yeah.
And that's a nickname that stayed with him. I'd have got murdered at my school if my teacher would have said, you're the Charmer. That's it.
There's so much of that I've got a problem with. That thing,
I think
there was a grass snake.
Time for a decision right now.
I think we think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Lie.
Lee, the snake charmer, were you telling the truth
Mel's
or were
not
you
sure
telling
now.
a lie?
Well, actually, it was a lie.
As a child, I was scared of the sun.
What age?
I think this would probably be when I was 4, 5, 6, 7, that sort of age. When I was 4,567. I was still in my infancy as a god.
What was it about the sun that you found frightening?
It was looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just go out at night or something? You never went out during the day?
No, I did go out during the day, but I would sort of obsessively keep my eyes towards the ground.
Right.
The problem was that someone used the phrase, if you look at the sun, you will go blind.
Funny enough, exactly the same advice for me as well, but it was page 3 of the Sun. So you would still go out, but you would avoid anyway.
And then, occasionally you sort of turn your head and the sun goes through your vision, and it can create that slight, when you blink, you can still see.
And you thought that was burning.
And I thought, right, well, what's that? Is that the beginning of the great eternal darkness?
Yeah. You really had a happy childhood, didn't you? Then? We were all then on our rally grifters, and you were thinking about the eternal darkness.
Did anything else scare you as a child?
Oh, yes, most things.
What else scared you?
Well, the trouble is that some children are timorous and some children are reckless.
Yeah, and Sagittarius.
And in order... But in order to save the lives of reckless children, warnings are calibrated for their safety, the result of which is that the timorous live in a state of perpetual terror. What I needed to be told is, most days you won't die, it's fine. I wasn't ever going to tear across a 3-lane motorway.
Right.
The very existence of a 3-lane motorway in the same postcode as me made me not want to leave the house.
And presumably you would wait for about 3 weeks before swimming after a meal.
No, and having an ice cream in the afternoon and then thinking, well, I should probably not swim for the rest of the holiday. And then someone says, when I was an adult, you don't have to wait at all. It's all a myth. You can swim and eat.
Did you? While looking into the sun.
So what are we thinking?
Adam?
I'm thinking true fact.
I'm going truth.
So you're saying it's the truth? Yeah. Go on, we'll say it's true.
You're going to say that it's true. OK. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
It's a whole woman's story.
Aged 9, I undertook my first ever acting role as Joseph in the school nativity, a performance described in my end-of-year report as world-weary.
Please, team.
Why did they describe it as world-weary?
I think perhaps I thought Joseph would be tired after the long journey with the donkey and the finding that, and perhaps I overdid the tiredness and I didn't get into the wonder, perhaps, to the extent that
Yes,
the
but I
piece
think acting
needed.
coaches would say, you didn't go for the obvious thing of wonder.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had an instinct for this wonderful doubt that you must have felt. How did this happen?
I don't know whether I understood that at that age.
Could you give us, perhaps, as a treat at Christmas, a little taste of the performance?
Yeah.
Just give us a soupçon. I have some stuff here that could help you. Let's see. You can be the 3 kings.
Oh, lovely.
OK.
Pass them along.
There, pass them along. Now then, imagine it was Joseph and Mary arriving. So why don't, Richard, you could be Mary.
Thank you, that's very kind.
There we are. Would you like to be a shepherd, Sir
I'd
Tom?
very much like to be a shepherd.
All right, you know what to do with it. Here's the baby. Now, remember, you've got to hide baby Jesus. He doesn't appear until later in the script.
Yeah, well, I think that's Mary's
I know
job.
exactly where to hide that.
Yeah.
Something for David. There we are. And then, Tom, would you mind holding the star as well?
Yeah.
I'll be Father Christmas as the innkeeper. All right. You haven't arrived yet.
No.
What, do you mean in my career?
Oh, no, that's been and gone.
Oh,
So...
I've literally just had a text from Sonia at my NCT class, and they've had the baby. All right. Look at me still.
Richard, I think you're getting the period a little bit wrong. In those days, no text, nothing like that.
I've just seen a star in the sky, and it's Sonia from my NCT group. And they've had the baby.
Oh, that's nice.
Boy.
Can you stop going on about Sonia?
Oh, but...
It's just, I'm sorry, I know you get on with her, but it's been a long journey.
Yeah, but that's because her husband Alan has already painted the nursery, and certain people haven't.
It's back to Homes Under the Hammer. I'm sorry. I'm very... you know, I found the whole thing very touching. But I haven't got any lines.
So, Tom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to give you a line.
Tom?
I've got some here, so I know.
Oh, all right. You got something. All right, so get ready.
Yeah,
So, the baby's coming.
OK. Oh, look.
Oh. And now a shepherd has appeared.
Yeah. I kick off every Christmas morning with a bowl of cornflakes and a sea of baby.
Well, there we are. Now, there's our performance. So, are you willing to believe that David was a world-weary Joseph at 9 years old?
Yes, definite for me.
True?
Yeah, he would have been a clever boy at 9 years old. They would have asked him to be Joseph because he's got the gift of the gab.
And at 9 he did have a beard.
Yes.
It was harder for Richard to get the part of Mary because he was that height at 9.
But, like, it's impossible for you to get the part of one of the wise men.
What are you going to say?
We will say it is a truth.
A truth. You're saying truth. David, truth or lie?
And it is a lie.
Oh. It was a lie.
I once got stuck in a cave for an hour after getting the hood of my kagool caught on a stalactite in a way I couldn't un-twizzle.
Right, caves and stalactites. Lee Mack's team.
Well, the bit that we definitely believe about that story is kagool.
Kagool.
Yeah. We're not doubting kagool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Red.
And when in the last 3 weeks did this happen?
This happened when I was a boy, a child, a human
boy child?
What cave was it?
It was somewhere in France.
Ah, holiday?
Yes.
Deliberate ploy by parents to get rid of you? Give him the baggy kagool and find a stalactite, then run.
You were in there for an hour?
Yeah, I was caught on the stalactite.
For an hour?
For an hour,
Just remind me again, stalactites go down, right?
Stalactites hang down.
Hang down.
Stalagmites go up. And the easy way to remember it is that stalactites have a C in them. Stalactite, C for ceiling.
Yeah.
Stalagmites have a G, G for ground.
No, it's the stalactites come down, isn't it?
Tights go up as well?
No, they don't. Not when I'm around.
How did you eventually escape?
My dad came and released me.
So you're with your family on this trip?
Well, they were sort of...
It took them an hour to find you. I would have thought, if I'd have lost you and you'd have been my child, it would have been 6 or 7 days.
Right, so what are you thinking, Lee? Could this be true?
What do you think?
I'm going to go for a lie.
You think it's a lie? Bob?
Lie for me, Lee.
Lie.
Lie. David?
It's a lie.
Yes.
As a child, at my grandparents' house, I had a little bell that I would ring if I wanted anything.
Lee?
Why did you have a bell?
Well, there was a bell. It was a pre-existent bell. There was a bell in the house, and I liked it.
Only at the grandparents' house?
Yes.
Not at home?
Because your parents didn't play that shit.
Yeah.
At home, you just sort of went...
So how old were you?
About 6.
What were the things you wanted when you rang the bell?
More chips. A glass of orange squash. Sense of purpose in life.
Was it both grandmother and grandfather that would come and wait on you hand and foot, or was it just one or the other?
I was a small child. I was indulged to a certain extent, but then also to a certain extent there was, can you actually just stop ringing your bell now? OK.
So, Lee's team, what do you think?
The parents could easily have had a bell, and the little brat could have just...
I liked the bell. I liked ringing the bell.
He liked ringing the bell. Is it true or is it a lie?
Reginald, delicious hunter.
Well, sausage roll, I believe that there's a simplicity to the story that rings true.
I'll go with that.
Go on, then. We'll say that that's true.
You're saying it's true. David, is it true or is it a lie?
Well, it is, in fact, true.